What have we here? A blizzard of new cars with arresting styling, smart mechanics and catchy tech you can afford. These come from the Korean car industry, which seems to be taking over the world. And now the UK is being offered yet another brand that wants to take over a bit more, specifically the luxury sector, traditionally owned by the Germans. It's called Genesis. Genesis is not new. It's been selling cars in other parts of the world since 2015, but now it has descended upon the UK with not just one new model, but a whole fleet of them. But can the new baby of parent company Hyundai genuinely worry Mercedes and BMW or any other luxury badge? It thinks so, and is making elevated customer services part of the deal, which applies to servicing and test drives. And as part of the "We come to you" mantra, Genesis will even drop off a car, or three, to your home for a test drive. This isn't actually my house. Here they come. Now that's what I call service. There are 7 different body shapes. I've selected a small, medium and large, the GV60, the G70 shooting brake and the G80. 2 are fully electric and the estate is a petrol. Smallest first. Prices for the GV60 start at £47,000, which puts it in competition with premium SUVs like the Tesla Model Y, the Audi Q4 e-tron and the Volvo XC40 Recharge. However, this Sport Plus model is a whopping £65,000. Serious wedge. Would you pay that for a Korean car? Well, I think it is lush and light and lovely, and the best bit, it's got a crystal ball. It can't tell your future, but it helps with mood lighting while the car is off, and then flips over to reveal a rotating dial selector. Now, Genesis says that this is a safety feature. Nah, it's just a nice bit of bling. Right, time to turn a wheel. The GV60 shares the same EGMT platform as the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and the Kia EV6, both impressive cars. But back to Genesis, and this entry-level premium model is rear-wheel drive and has a single motor with 229 horsepower. Sport gives you dual motors and 318 HP. And then you have got this, the Sport Plus, which boosts power to 490. That's BMW M3 munching power. And if you want to sample it, switch out of the default comfort mode and stick it in sport. The gauges glow red, the throttle response quickens, and the seat tightens its grip on me. It's like the car is giving me a hug to say thank you for unleashing all that power. If that's still not enough excitement, all models come with a drift mode. I'll have to save that for another day when I'm on a track, but it just goes to show how much emphasis Genesis has put on making this a driver's car. And being Korean, it's packed with other tech, such as a suspension which is electronically controlled. It uses forward-facing cameras to detect lumps and bumps in the road, and then it primes the dampers in readiness. It's not Bentley quality, but it's not bad. Other useful stuff, the range is 289 miles, and if you can find a 350 kilowatt charger, you can top up the batteries from 10 to 80% in just 18 minutes. So this isn't cheap, but there's an awful lot to like. Our next car is one that's designed to bait German estates or tourers. This is the G70 shooting brake. Okay, hands up, this is a petrol-powered car, but we wanted to include it to illustrate that Genesis isn't all about electric cars, though I am sure at some point in the future there will probably be an electric version of this. The entry-level G70 shooting brake is 35 grand, and the luxury line like this will set you back 40. Power is a 2-litre turbo petrol with 245 HP, and there's a diesel which puts out 200. 0 to 62 happens in a competitive 6.9 seconds. I think it is incredibly pretty, and the front end is dominated by this diamond-shaped grille with the slimline lights on either side. And Genesis says that this design gives the car a sprinter's pre-race posture. But this is fifth gear recharge, so on with more electric. the £65,000 G80. This is a deceptively large car. It's almost 5 metres long and just shy of 2 metres wide, which is similar to a Range Rover, though obviously this isn't quite at all. The paint is worth a mention. Called Matera Blue, it's supposed to change colour depending on the angle you view it from, going from cobalt blue to emerald, turquoise. It's a £1,300 extra. Prices for this car start at around £66,000, and main competition will come from Mercedes-Benz and its EQE. There are a couple of really nice design features here, the first of which is this flap hidden in the grille, and then up on the roof you have got solar panels. Genesis estimates you can only self-generate enough juice for 1,000 miles a year from the solar panels. So in the grey UK, the £1,300 option will hardly be worth it. It is a nice place to be in here, particularly if you like brown. The dash may seem a bit old school compared to everything else these days, which is very screen heavy, but it's nice to have a couple of real buttons to press. When it comes to the all-important range, there is a potential of 323 miles. But if you prefer performance, then 0 to 62 will happen in 5 seconds. Keeping up with rivals in terms of tech, there's a fancy sat-nav where you can write a destination with your finger. Of course, the handwriting has to be legible. So, there we go. Now you have to be a bit careful with your writing. I'm going to try and write London. Oh, I am right-handed, so I should actually write... Right, I've tried London and it's come up as loaded. Probably going to end up somewhere that I really don't want to be. But I just wanted to show you because other premium cars, BMW, Mercedes, they have this feature. Once you've put in the correct place to go, the G8's display gets busy. Every time I come up to a junction, the augmented reality sat-nav kicks in and shows me exactly what's going on outside the car. But the thing is, like a rabbit stuck in the headlights of an oncoming car, my eyes are drawn to that screen instead of being focused outside through my front screen in the real world. I'm not sure if that's such a good bit of tech. It is a decent package, not a mould-breaking one, but it has a composed way of going about its business and is a credible alternative to the usual suspects. Only time will tell if the public will accept this badge alongside the establishment. Well, Tesla did it. And if you are an early Genesis adopter, then be prepared for a lot of this. Nice car. What is it?